Welcome back to Rose TV. We're going to be playing Slay the Princess today. I haven't watched much of it. I haven't seen much of it online. I believe it's a game about choices. I think it's a scary game. Based on the music uptick right there, I'd say it is. But let's just get right into it. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, quite a few choices. Good lord, okay. Explore. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget this, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin. Let me just try to probe a little bit. I'll go with the first one.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, so how can a princess locked away in a basement in the world? You don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? And then I think similar choices to what we've already... Huh. Let's do some more of these explorers.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I don't see how that is any evidence towards what I'm supposed to do.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it. The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature, and when they do, everything will come crashing down. While I appreciate the mental exercise we are running up against, nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous, and before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no change in that.
I guess the question is, do you believe this guy or not? Do you believe the narrator's word is true,
no use
or...
arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Alright, I think I'm gonna say, look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Alright, let's go. Another pointer has got a knife.
Creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm not going to drop it.
Ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Oh boy.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, you're so close. Now, this is a good idea.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor Then I'm not talking to you.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever.
Squint at the princess even harder.
Squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't.
Alright, let's go with slaying the princess. Let's see what happens. It's the name of the game.
Unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Look at my nails.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
She's creepy.
We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
What is wrong with me? Like, look at my body. The pointer's got blood on it now. Oh my goodness. Very intriguing.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is you're here to slay her. I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back
I don't
to
like
life
this
after
narrator.
dying, and the two of us are. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to. You know I can hear you, right? That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is that's the spirit. There's no point.
Let's turn around and leave.
Can't just leave. Wait, seriously? You're just going to.
I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of dawn, new dawn, bending beyond your own. Gonna walk into the opposite direction. The only thing that matters is where I'm going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. Where I'm not going. Nope. Yes, I'm definitely know where I'm going. Fine, I'll go to Princess maybe.
I guess we will. Oh, about time. I can't believe you were about to run away.
So there's another voice. Voice of the stubborn. Instead of voice of the hero this time.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what the princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. The blade is your... You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know... But there was a mirror a second ago.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
We'll leave the blade outside.
No knife this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is.
Probably as long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
There's slight differences in the stories.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time.
Good. Sounds like my kind of...
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. But no little knife this time, huh? No. I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Let's do some exploring.
Aside from your empty hands, you look exactly the same. No, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again? Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
Are you just going to let her talk to us like? I think my position on violence in this situation is already more than clear, but you really shouldn't let yourself be goaded so easily. There's more at risk in this encounter than your fragile ego. I agree. If we're going to fight her, we need a weapon.
Why? You didn't want to talk last time. Are you scared I'm going to kill you again?
Yes.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And why not? You decided what to do with me quickly enough last time. Are you scared I'm going to kill you? If you want to talk, I guess I can talk.
You take a cautious step towards the princess, unarmed. I wish I could believe you know what you're doing, but you clearly don't. You stop a few feet short of her reach, her chains taut as she stares down at you. She's a lot bigger than I thought she was.
Strong girl.
Why do you sound so scared? We can take her.
Well, what do you want? Because every second we waste talking is a second we could spend killing each other instead.
Why does she want to kill each other so bad?
Why wouldn't I want that? Why don't you want that? It felt good last time. It felt right. And it makes sense.
Alright, maybe there's a compromise where we can get all we want. We can all get what we want, nobody has to die, and the world doesn't have to end.
What are you trying to do? Do you think passive...
Right? This isn't fun. This isn't interesting. It's...
Is that so? Let's see if you still feel that way once I start beating you.
She's still bound by those chains. All we have to do is take a step back. All that does is put the two of you at another impasse.
Do you really think those chains will stop her? She's not the type to hand out empty threats. She's honest. It's what makes her so interesting.
But she has to be bluffing, right? If she isn't bluffing, then why is she still... You step back as she steps forward, her bindings creaking ominously. And then they snap. It was only a matter of time, but she's loose. Dear Lord, what do we do? Oh, if only there was some sort of weapon you could use to fight a world-ending monstrosity. I wonder where you might find one of those.
No, I'm not gonna get it.
Just do what I've been telling you to do since the second we got here. Take the blade, fight her, kill her, and win.
I suppose there isn't much I can do to stop you, is there?
He's probably gonna kill me.
You stand your ground as the princess thunders across the basement floor, her shoulders tucked low as her fierce, unblinking gaze locks onto yours.
They're like supposed to be like a metaphor of
And you can't say for sure if
devil
you even
versus
feel it.
versus God.
You hear your bones splinter. You can
Constant
feel your
fight.
feet leave the floor as you're hurled bodily into the unflinching stone wall.
We're fine.
Are we fine? Are we really? No, you're obviously not fine. Your body is broken.
Enough games. Go upstairs, pick up that knife, and fight me.
I don't wanna.
Stop moping. You're fine.
What are you made of? Tissue paper? I didn't hit... Is this a trick? Are you tricking me? Because why would you? Why wouldn't you? Ah!
The princess's shoulders tense with fury as she storms towards you. You can see her face flush, her knuckles going white as she clenches her fists, her entire body trembling with a burning rage.
Can't believe you're making me watch this.
Fine. If you want to die like a pathetic little worm, you can die like a pathetic little worm.
I guess I'll see you all next time. She reaches down and grabs you by the throat, lifting your limp form and slamming it forcefully against the wall. Her eyes twitch as her grip tightens around your neck. She sure is taking her time, isn't she?
Why? Why are you letting me do this? Why are you making me do this? Why won't you fight back?
Because death doesn't matter anymore, does it? Fighting, not fighting, what does any of it matter if it all ends the same way? Because there's more to this than just fighting each other. If letting you kill me is how I can show you that it's worth it, I don't care about you, and I don't want you to hurt you, and I care about you, and I don't want to hurt you anymore, excuse me. I just think it's kind of funny.
What more can there possibly be? What are you trying to do? I don't want to think. Why are you trying to make me think?
Her grip hardens. Do you feel a horrific pop in your neck? She releases you, your numb body crumpling to the stone floor as your vision starts to fade.
What am I supposed to do without you?
I I guess I'll see you all next time. I can say that now, right? We're dead?
Great. I can't wait to be stuck in this useless body all over again.
I won't be seeing you, but I suppose something like me will. Everything goes... You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
What in the world?
Oh, I've heard this one before. Let me guess. There's a cabin and a princess, and you want us to get rid of her for you. Oh, you bloody fool. Am I the only one here who actually listened to her? She wants a fight. And we're not gonna give it to her. It's funnier if we don't. You think what happened last time was funny? I thought we were breaking a cycle of violence. I thought we were practicing pacifism in the face of mortal peril. I thought we were being brave. Heroic, even. We're a deep and multifaceted being. Who's to really say that your thing and my thing can't peacefully coexist? I'm just saying, doing it for a laugh takes away from the moment. It was a good moment.
Oh, will both of you just shut up? Make me rage boy.
This is just...
Rage boy.
Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here. Yeah, you think. What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path than the last one. That's a good point. Everything here is a little off. Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take it. It's good. We're all on the same page.
Okay.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within. That's it. No final. I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that... Don't be so hard on yourself. We all wind up in creative ruts now and then. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you can think of something worth telling us.
I like the contrarian.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high-arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living heat. That's horrible. I think it's kind of nice. Makes the room feel alive, doesn't it? The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal. The blade is your implement. We'll need it if we want to do things right. I say we leave it to rust. Let's not make the same mistake twice. We could have won if we had it like... A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal, and the door to the basement. Oh, are we playing a game where we lie to people about things? That sounds fun. I respect and admire all of you, and I'm so happy to be here. What? There's clearly a mirror. I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing, what are you trying to say exactly? It means you're hallucinating. It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just... Step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? It really is just like last time. But does it matter if it's actually real or not? Talking about it gets under his skin. That's all that matters. We should talk about it even more.
Let's just smash it and get it over with.
We won't be able to see what's in there.
Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter. Aside from wasting danger.
I feel like the mirror is the only thing that does matter.
Drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone. Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness.
I bet she's gonna be full devil now.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned after denying me the salvation of combat? Are you here to gloat? Are you here to mock what I've become? Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in your head? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
Do you hear that? Well, sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we... You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone. The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you. She wants us to be afraid because she wants us to think she can make us suffer. Don't give her the satisfaction. That's right, no fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna apologize for stabbing her the first time.
If you're sorry, then you'll stand and fight. I don't want a sniveling coward. I want to squeeze the life out of a ferocious heart.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying squelch,
Oh my.
you are unwound.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? I'm begging you, don't do this.
I bet you I'm her now.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that
nothing. Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Huh.
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Everything. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
What? What is that? My brain hurts.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh, that's so sad.
You won't.
Oh my goodness, that's so sad.
You're on a path in
Yeah,
that you're here.
we're going to slay the princess. Just gonna skip the stuff I've already done. Because I'm skipping right now, but
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
I'm not gonna touch the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faint per voice.
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice, don't let it fool you. How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes. She's beautiful. I am begging you to stay.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains,
Okay. Oh,
she pauses, carefully.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is
No, but like your
Princess
name.
her name or her title? What if it's both?
Like I said, you can call me Princess.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she...
We're gonna get her
Only
out of there.
making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a No. You're doing the right. You walk up to the chain. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here in...
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
What in the world?
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about... You attempt to make your way. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas. I'll repeat myself once again. You tried the door.
So should I have
Made your
taken the
way to
knife?
bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier. Easier for who? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out.
She barely hesitates before
Good
raising her arm to her
Lord.
mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, it's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way, or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if...
I don't even have the option to stab her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged self you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she did. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours. Blood. How is she still smiling after everything?
Thank you.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Wait, what?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again.
I'm sorry.
Jeez. That's
She doesn't know
terrible.
how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. Princess
Jesus.
stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this. Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to... A warning. She will lie.
If only... Forget he said it. But he is a villain. Last time, I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. I do. But I also speak from the heart. Sure, yeah. Don't pay their bickering.
I'm assuming I have to
The
learn
interior
about
of
all
the
the
cabin.
voices.
The blade is your... You walk up to the wall.
What are you talking about?
You reach...
But there was a mirror, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and...
You
We're gonna
the
take
blade
it.
from
We're not
it.
gonna use
Suppose
it.
if we're to play the...
Hopefully it doesn't put... There's no use arguing over... The door to the basement creaks open, but it's still a stone basement. A soft voice.
Hello?
Her voice. It's somehow... Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is... We don't even know the princess. We can still do... Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember, you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. My love! We're here to rescue your...
You know she can't hear.
She may not be able to hear my words.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was...
Did you hear that?
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the waiting for you to come back.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done? We damned a whole world. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible...
Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do that?
We never saw a world end. And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't...
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
What?
We won't be laying a finger.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She
didn't care last time. Why should she care?
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted.
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Bruh. What?
Isn't that just...
Are you listening to her?
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess it.
Not...
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick.
You died, and now we're talking.
No, I can't.
You're what? Take over our...
Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic...
You would.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't...
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I can't believe it. But I guess...
I told you. There's no life more...
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is bent.
Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now? Perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do. And look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse. You love blind. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Narrator's
That's a
funny.
familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair!
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairness is enough with this true love. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passion. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Huh, true.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess, and the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
The narrator hates his
I
life.
told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together. Just like.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the and then you step outside. Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too...
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Darn devil thing.
She's gone. And is that a... This... Yes.
Huh. I think next time I'll have to just kill her every single time.
Flickering lights in empty cities. Whenever you are ready. Gifts aren't what someone tells you. Do not worry.
There's so many answers. Holy cow.
My roots burrow.
Alright, let's... I don't want to... Let me try killing her one more
I
time.
await your return.
Let's kill her each time.
We will meet again.
Let's kill her both times this time. Or, you know what, let's just leave. That's what we'll do. We'll just leave. Just gonna turn around and leave.
You're on a path in the... You're... Seriously? I suppose you... Good. What we'll ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path... You're really keen... Your silence is deafening. But fine. You turn around and trek... Oh, would you look at that? You're a... There's always a choice. Let me tell you right... And here we go. As you try... At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers
weren't just in every direction. There is a path and a cabin. Wait, well, you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise, you lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
You have already committed to my completion.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please, a warning. Before you go, she will lie. If we're stuck, ignore him. Let's... The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. The only furniture of note is a plain... The blade is... If he wants us to... No, I've already told you what you're dealing with. You can't just listen to me.
Just
My
trying to
job is
find the...
decide if you're going to slay... Nothing. Just ignore... How? I'm not going to... Yes, take... What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and... Okay. Good. What are you talking about? You reach forward and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to... Okay for that. The other way.
I don't know which way I held it.
Great. You keep your grip the way... Haha, yes! Seriously. We'll be fine. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. What's done is... The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable material. Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head, the air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of... If the princess lives here, slaying her voice.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No. Oh, don't be such... I don't want to do this. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving. And what's that? That the fate of the world? There'll still be plenty of... You step onto the center stair. You concentrate on where you are. And so you take one, but no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and physical sensations dull and then vanish. Consumption and betrayal.
Can I help you?
What the hell was that? What happened? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally... Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. The princess. Eyes bright, but otherwise
Time to get back to our
shrouded in
old devilish
darkness,
ways. That's what he was just about to say.
watches you
I'm pretty sure I'm the
on the
devil.
other side of the basement. And why are we here again? You're here. He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust.
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything.
That was terrifying.
As the princess speaks, you can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Again? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before. Until? It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we... It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Ooh, new plan. Let's see.
Princess. No, I don't need a name.
My name is whatever hushed whispers follow in the wake of my devastation.
What in the world?
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? Oh, I thought they would send something better to deal with me. If the stairs managed to chew you...
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins your perception, and you find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back?
We should help her. How surprised. I didn't actually think our actions had... It's a little late for regret.
Please.
She's gone. And there's that... This... Yeah.
Try destroying my body this
I
time.
am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. There's nowhere for you to be, but I can... As easily as you can stand to be you. You... And yet my waters flow and I am everything that you have known me to be. I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay, I think that's about it for this time. We'll come back to this one. Very intriguing game. It is a little mind bendy. But I'm gonna look up a couple things, try to avoid any spoilers, and see what if there's any guidance I can get for when we record next time, and then we'll go from there. Truly appreciate you guys watching. If you're enjoying it, drop a like, subscribe. We're gonna keep playing some different games, so thanks again. See ya.